addosso al tempo come un vecchio orologio. Passano i giorni, ma resta il mio viaggio. Marmo freddo sotto i piedi stanchi, nelle stanze d'oro si contano i banchi. Vecchio lusso che parla piano, sussurri d'argento.
So we have a lot of cool ideas in life, and then there's some ideas that we can equate to money. And it's a really big idea sometimes, and you're kind of afraid of the idea because you can really see it. You can truly see that it's something powerful. It has your attention. And a lot of us have like this knock at the door, which is a calling. I call it a knock at the door, but really what it is, it's a calling that needs to be open. And it's scary to open doors when we don't know what's on the other side, because it's like, it's scary, it's unknown, and business is risky. But once you go down that path, you start to discover so many things about yourself that will help you in this life, and there's no negative, there are only positives. And sometimes we feel like it's not the right time to do something. I think that's a lot of times we are not lazy about it, but we certainly avoid things. And so you can replace the word laziness with avoidance. And if you avoid certain things that you know that you should be doing, then that's where you're going to feel it in other ways in life. And I just, if you can just put yourself in a place where like you're fully in and there's nothing that's going to stop you from getting to where you need to go, you'll be fine. Like whatever it is, you're going to figure it out. Building something is so awesome because you're building something from nothing. And so whenever you register your business, you're not just opening up something, you're creating something that wasn't, it's almost like having a child. It didn't exist and now they do, now they have a life of their own. So that's business is the same exact thing. And it's important to learn how to take care and how to parent, right? How to take care of a business. Your business doesn't start with a product or a service. It really starts with a vision. So if you see this vision and it's like, man, I want to do this. I love that this is a possibility for me. You owe it to yourself to follow through with that. That's like this calling. And there are many doors in life, and some doors are really necessary to open. And when you hear those knocks, we can avoid certain things, but the truth is on the other side of those doors, there are profound lessons and experiences that will help us in our life. You're not just, it's not about making money. The money comes with. If you're really passionate about this idea, this service that you want to provide for people, money should be secondary. It should be something that you want to do that's fun. Money comes with. If you're really good at what you do and you're really passionate about those things, money will always follow. That's the truth. But yeah, think about it. You're not making money, you're answering a calling. Example, like starting this show. This has been on my mind for a really long time, and that door has been open so long and so many months, and then it became years, and I recognized like I have to open that door, and I don't care what's on the other side, I'm gonna go through it anyhow. It's just practice over practice, and it's gotta be, this needs to be right, or you gotta get these things, and all those things, or we're just avoiding what we already can do. So when that opportunity is in front of you, you gotta jump at it. You just have to go for it and understand on the other side, it's much better than not knowing at all, and you don't want to be the would've, could've, should've kind of people. I've met those people in their 50s and 60s and 70s, and I'll tell you, it is not fun. It's not fun to hear stories like that, because there's a lot of regret, and the only thing I've taken away from it is a lesson of what I don't want to do in my life. I want to make sure that I can answer those doors. They're there, you gotta open them. So that door that you're avoiding, when you hear that knock, do yourself a favor, do your future self a favor, do your 50, 60, 70-year-old self the biggest favor of, hey, I know exactly what it was like, and I learned so many things during that time, but I'm so glad and happy that I did it, and I got to find out what was on the other side. And entrepreneurship is so fun. You get to truly do what your passion is, and it's so much bigger than, working for someone else. It's not better, it's just different. But you feel free. You feel like I can decide that I want to work 8 hours or I want to work 16 hours. There's no cap on any of it. So I love entrepreneurship because you can choose to make 50 grand a year or 120,000 a year. And, versus you make $17, $18 an hour, and then next year you might make, $18.25. Maybe it's most likely 15 cents, right? But at the end of the day, we know that there's a cap, and you work too hard to leave your life in the hands of someone else, some company that might be going bankrupt in a couple of years, So this is the best time to start. If you have that calling, you hear these knocks, and you have that itch that you wanna create this thing that's in your mind, that you see all of the details, jump on that stuff, because that's the beauty of life, of being able to provide a service for not just your family and friends, but a community and the world.